There's just something fascinating about watching someone steal something from you. So this is the saddest video I've ever made, but it is a unique opportunity to show you guys what it's like to have something stolen, especially an expensive bike. Recently I bought an e-bike. It was a giant quickie. I planned on exploring that whole e-bike world and exploring the idea of e-bikes. I wanted to do a video on it and give you guys an idea of what an e-bike is like from a cyclist perspective. There is a bit of a strife between elitist cyclists and people who use the e-bike, but I think honestly they're for everyone, although it did make me a little bit lazy. But that whole endeavor got cut short as my bike was stolen recently. So maybe a bit of naivety from me or stupidity, but I locked my e-bike up in our bike cage in our building. Although it was the most expensive bike in the cage, I did have a very thick lock, the Kryptonite Evolution 4 series. This is a super beefy lock. It's a $200 lock, but as you'll see in the video, the thief made it look like Swiss cheese. So it takes no time to cut through these locks, especially as I've been told, there's angle grinders with batteries nowadays. So yeah, my bike is gone. As the suspect enters the elevator, what you don't see here is the other part of this video prior to this. This is all I could get from the building manager, but prior to this, the thief here in the blue hat was buzzed into the building. Thank you for whoever did that. I have no idea, there's no way of telling who buzzed him in. But yeah, he came in through the front door and he exits the elevator into the parkade. So there are a number of cameras and there's a number of videos showing where this guy went. Before he walks up to the bike cage here, he goes to the back behind the bike cage. There's no entrance there and he just scopes out the area. And that's kind of the back of the parkade. There's no one there. So he ended up hanging out from the time he went and used his angle grinder on the lock, which was like a pretty thick padlock. From the time he went into the parkade to the time he cut the padlock was about 10 minutes. So he just kind of hovered around the area for 10 minutes, biding his time. Another thing worth mentioning is this guy's really ballsy. You'd think someone would steal a bike at, I don't know, 2 in the morning. This was at 8:50 p.m. and by the time he leaves is 9 p.m. So you actually see he just gets in the cage when someone drives in. And obviously that person was not looking. Too bad. And you can't really tell from this video, but there was a bit of a stoppage there. He walks into the bike cage. By the time he gets into the bike cage to the time he has my bike there was about 3 minutes. So that angle grinder cut through this kryptonite lock in probably 2 minutes, not even. Yep, thanks for shutting the door. Very polite of you. And just nonchalantly walks off with my bike, although he can't really figure out how at first to open the door. I mean, even if someone did see him at this point, they probably would have no idea, unless it was me. Goodbye, e-bike. So that's it. Lesson learned, don't put your expensive bike in a bike cage, regardless of how well it's locked up. The one upside to that though is that the Kryptonite Evolution 4 series lock has a $3,000 guarantee on it. So hopefully they reimburse me, fingers crossed. Or hopefully they find my bike. It is registered in Bike Index, so if you ever get your bike stolen, or even prior to getting your bike stolen, register all your bikes in bikeindex.org. It's a really helpful site, and it actually, once you put the police number into it, the police report, it'll upload the serial numbers from your bikes into the system. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.